This way I have notes for the meeting later. Um, it's about 5 after. If it's okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to waste your time and keep you tied up too long. Um, I don't think it's any surprise to you folks to know that it's November. As a matter of fact, it's the very last day. We're getting ready to head into that crazy season of Christmas. And boy, is it going to be busy. I don't know about you gentlemen, but I have several grandchildren to the tune of 8 of them. So I've already gone through and picked out gifts and gotten half wrapped and waiting on the other half to get here. So I can be the coolest Gigi in the world and surprise them on Christmas. Shoot right into some numbers. Locate requests. Locate requests for the state. Up 6.7%, 259,000 and change for the month of October. For the year, we're actually up, excuse me, those two slides are backwards. The format was changed a little bit and I hadn't gotten used to it, and I've been doing it for a month now. Locate requests were up 6.7 for the year. Locate requests year to date, that's January 1 through the end of October, 2,276,908. For the month of October, they were up 12.6%, 259,285. And of course, that means that transmissions are up as well. Transmissions are up 9%, 1.3 million, and transmissions for the year, if locate requests are up, transmissions are up. Transmissions are up 5.5% for the year at 12.1 million. And just a brief definition, a locate request is what's being called in or entered. Putting in a fence. A transmission is how many utilities are notified about every single locate request. Right now, statistically, on average, for every single locate request, there are 5.4 utilities notified. So where I'm putting my fence, there might be water, sewer, gas, fiber, and electric. So there's 5 transmissions for every single locate request. Hoke County, for the month of October was down just a little bit. Total tickets include retransmits and updates. Total tickets were down just 2.3%, which isn't a lot. It's actually almost flat. 1,191 locate requests for the month of October. Average locates per day for Hoke County were 54. And this may not seem like a lot, but for Hoke County, this is a lot of locates. Typically, over the last several years, I've seen Hoke range from 300 to 400 locates per month. So 1,100 is actually quite a bit. For Scotland County, locate requests, total tickets again for the month were up 65%, 648. Prior to that, 392 last year for the month of October. Average locates per day for Scotland County were 29. Let's talk about some year numbers. Locate requests for Hoke County year to date, 11,994. Gentlemen, that's a 28% increase in total tickets for Hoke County year to date. Again, January 1 through the end of October. That's quite a bit increase for the county. And for Scotland County, a 26% increase, 4,152 year to date, again, including retransmits and updates. Ticket distribution for Hoke County, that works all over the place, but no big surprise that the bulk of that is in Rayford, which is quite busy, as you can see. Out of those 1,100, almost 1,200 requests, just over 1,000 of those were in Rayford. And for Scotland County, of those 648, Laurenburg and Laurel Hill, 248 and 230 respectively. Damage events for the month of October for the state, there were 1,386 damage events reported. Hoke reported 3 and Scotland County reported 4, which, believe it or not, are actually better numbers. Last month, Hoke had, I believe, in the teens reported, so those damages have come down quite a bit, which corresponds, work actually slowed down a little bit as well. Just a little graph to show those damage events. Statistically, we see damage events sort of take a spike in March, which of course typically kicks off digging season. And then we usually see another spike in August, and then things kind of trend downward. Well, this year, we saw that spike in March. Then we saw a kind of a decrease and then an incline back up until August. And then we saw that peak in August, back down in September, and then back up in October. Last year, that'll be the green line, we saw a big spike in June and then a gradual decrease as the weather started to get a little bit cooler. And that typically is how things go. As it gets a little bit cooler, digging slows down, although as it stays as it stays warmer year round, digging continues. Top 10 callers, these are not anything where anyone's done anything wrong or anything bad. We're just kind of showing you of that work that was called in for that particular county, where that was coming from. For Hoke County, we saw RG Communications in at that #1 spot. WG Underground, RLC, Cavo Broadband, Centera, A&L, Mostech, Lumbee River, Carolinas Geotechnical, and H&H Cable Contractors. And I'm not shocked to see that because, as you are aware, there's quite a bit of fiber going in. And Chuck, I know that your folks are down there, very busy in the Hoke and Scotland area. For Scotland County, Mostech again, Charter, Cable Installations, City of Laurinburg, Metcon, Duke, Rios, Mostech again, Piedmont Natural Gas, and Infinity Contractors. And Mostech may show up on that list twice because of the different way that they're entered when someone enters a locate request. So, yes, it's the same company, but it may go in 2 different ways. This is just your education team. I'm on the larger end of the scale there on the picture because Hoke and Scotland is one of my areas. And this is our PDF for the month. I will put this PDF and a copy of the notes into a file that will go out to ncucc.org. So if anyone needs to pull up that information later, you just go out to that website and pull those numbers and can kind of show. I know we have folks that use that for staffing purposes. So a lot of times folks will use that information for staffing to show where work's happening and why they need to staff up particular areas. Gentlemen, that's my very short and sweet presentation this month. I pulled out all of the meetings because they've already occurred. You didn't really miss anything earth-shattering there. I know that North Carolina 811 was in Durham last night at the American Tobacco campus. They kicked off their holiday season with their tower lighting. So I know Ann and a couple other folks were out there handing out information and talking to people, just reminding them to be safe before they did any excavation. Apologies, I again expected some folks from Hoke County to be on this morning, and apparently they got tied up, so apologies for that. Anything that you would like to share project-wise, or any damage events, or any concerns that you have in the Hoke, Scotland area, please throw them out there. This is a great format for us to get together and talk about that. And good morning, James and Queen with Hoke County.
Good morning, ma'am. I am so sorry.
Listen, I get it. I understand. Everybody is busy, busy, busy. I just shot through our little presentation and was saying that I was a little surprised not to have anyone from Hoke County and figured y'all were busy. I will send you a copy of this presentation, but I'm glad you're here this morning.
Yes, ma'am. I'm also here with Mr. Randy Wright.
Good morning, Randy.
Hello.
So Chuck Mueller with MetroNet is on with us this morning as well. I had mentioned to him that you folks would like to see somebody from MetroNet if possible, and then Andy LaPlante is on with us as well. Like I said, we just shot through our presentation. If you need me to, I can run back through. Otherwise, I'll send it to you and you can look at it at your leisure. And I was just getting ready to ask these gentlemen if they had anything project-wise or damage-wise that they wanted to discuss this morning. So I'm going to leave it opened up to you gentlemen, and let's talk amongst ourselves and see what's happening.
But Tammy, for Hope County, we don't have any major issue. We had some problem with closing out 811 tickets, but we kind of fixed that issue. That was one of the issues that MetroNet brought to us. One of their representatives came and we had a conversation. But as far as the presentation, if you can send that over to us, I'll send it and give it to my team and we'll review it and take a look at it. But we don't have any major issues going on. Not that I'm aware of. The guys hadn't really came and said anything. We've been trying to get all the locates done that's been required or requested. Closing out the 811 tickets was, I think, a big issue for us. Now we have a young lady that's actually doing those fours to help the guys out so they can kind of focus on locating repairs and that kind of thing if needed. But that's kind of like where we are here in Hope County.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's a fantastic. Chuck, anything that you want to share this morning?
No, I just, if there's anything we can do, we're willing to help. I'll put my phone number in the chat. Let me see.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Andy, I'm not sure if you have access to a microphone this morning. If not,
I'm good.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Anything that you want to share this morning with these folks?
No, everything's rolling pretty good. We're just, waiting on permits from the DOT. We're doing good though. Everything's fine.
Good luck with that with DOT.
Yeah,
I think we're all waiting on permits.
Permits.
Okay.
That's funny. That's actually what I was going to say. Is truthfully, around the state, I'm hearing that same thing. Everybody's waiting on some encroachment permits and waiting on DOT just to get that information out so they can get things started. Gentlemen, I really appreciate it. Anything that any damage events, anything like that you want to share? I'm glad everybody's doing well so far. That makes things a whole lot easier. I even like to hear no damage events. That's fantastic. Um, Mr. James McQueen, I'm working on some information for you per my email yesterday.
I appreciate it.
Trying to find you some other avenues. Mostly, I'm trying to find some free stuff. I'm all down for free.
Yes, indeed.
But folks, honestly, if no one has anything, I am not going to tie up your morning. I will leave it at that. James and Randy, I will send you a copy of this presentation. If you don't mind, if you've been on, if you'll just type your contact information in the chat, we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Everybody.
You have my information, or you want me to type it in for the rest of the guys?
Yeah, if you don't mind throwing it in there, that would be fantastic. Y'all will laugh while we were waiting to see if anybody else was going to sign on this morning. I had to go hunting my own cell phone number. I could not remember it this morning for some reason. Just completely drew a blank. I've had that phone for 8.5 years, and for whatever reason, completely couldn't think about it this morning.
Tammy, you say you like free stuff. Here, I'll turn my camera on for a second. I probably have the largest collection of call before you dig paraphernalia in the world.
Holy moly. Yeah, I would say probably a little. Just a few things.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. I went to oh shoot. I went to Germany a couple years ago. And it was interesting to me because everybody has something similar, and it was just interesting to me to see in Germany how they had things marked off. Lots of construction at that point in time there. I was in Munich. So it was kind of neat for me to see some of that. I'm always interested in what other places do as far as call before you dig. When I came to work for North Carolina 811, my dad kept calling it Miss Dig, and I was like, no, it's North Carolina. Oh, Miss Dig. My dad was a pipeliner all of his life, and he worked all over the United States, and most of the areas where he was in the Northeast, and it was a lot of misdig in that area. So we finally got on the same page. Yes.
Yeah, I'm on that board of directors.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we finally got on the same page. So I understood what he was talking about. So folks, that's going to be it. Typically, we do not meet in December, simply because of the holidays. And we come back in January, which will be January 25th. And it's okay if it's okay with James and Randy. I may try to start off the year. I know not everybody will be able to join in person, but if it's okay with them, we may try an in-person meeting in Hoke County that day. I know typically we've kind of gone a couple of months virtual, and then a month in person, and then a couple of months virtual, and then in person again. But I wish for each of you a wonderful holiday season. I'm gonna go stand in front of Walmart and shake my little red can. I do not work part-time for Salvation Army. I say that because I have 8 grandchildren and I need to make some extra cash so I can buy them babies presents. They wear me out at Christmas. No, I'm kidding. I've already got them taken care of. I'm waiting on the last few things to get here and get wrapped up for them.
Okay.
Gentlemen, thank y'all so much. James and Randy, I'll send you this presentation. Chuck, thanks for joining us this morning. I'll see you guys in a couple of months. Andy, thank you. Hope everybody has a wonderful and safe holiday.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys
too.
need anything, just give me a call. And I can
Thank
hook
y'all.
you up with our local team in Fayetteville.
Thank
Well,
you, Chuck. Go ahead.
Tammy,
I'm
I
sorry,
have to
gentlemen.
ask this again. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate it. I make one more visit to the doctor Monday. Um, I've I had to have a stent earlier this year, gentlemen, and still having some issues. So I'll go back and go under another procedure, and hopefully they can go in and give me a good tune up and tell me I'm good for another 50,000. So, but thank you. I appreciate you asking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Folks, have a wonderful holiday.
You
You guys
too.
too.
Thanks,
All right.
guys. Appreciate you.